Hey, how you doing? I told you I was going to go live. Look at I'm in the portrait mode. Do you like that? A lot of you don't like that. I know. Anyways, what we're going to talk about here? Oh yeah. I was going to go live hours ago, wasn't I? Yeah. I know. Some of you are disappointed. Oh, I got Cookie Anna. I think it says in there with the cursive font. Making comments when I'm going to go live. Well, I'm live now. Where you guys at? There's a lot of main channels that were going live earlier simultaneously, so I thought it wouldn't be a very good time to go live. You know me, I'm kind of a tail ender or an in betweener when it comes to streaming. Anyway, kind of disappointed. I just tried to get the paid StreamYard, and it kept bombing out. I think my bank thought it was a suspicious transaction, so I got to work on that tomorrow. Let's get that to go through. They have a deal going on, so not terrible. Not the greatest, but it's doable. Anyway, shout out to Bending Spoons. Bending Spoons. There's a lot I could go over, and I could do it for hours and hours and hours, but I'm not going to do that. What's the point? Y'all know what goes on out here. I do. I was talking with someone that X Factor 444 and on the shit show panel there a little bit ago. Hey, yeah, you're here. What's up? Thanks for waiting. So I'll apologize to my audience out there. I know you guys were looking for me earlier. That's okay. That's all right. So yeah, it's good to know that there are people that actually will be boisterous and agreeing with me, not defending me really per se, just agreeing with me, merely agreeing. No Captain Save a Hose here. And I know you did. There was somebody in here using like Japanese fonts earlier. I've seen that in other places. So that was interesting. Whoever they are, I gave them a wrench. Maybe they'll come back again later. Hopefully they do. So when it comes to that stuff, I was talking about people getting timed out in Discord and YouTube, especially particularly me. And I bring that to the attention a lot because it's like, A, this shit's getting old after going on 3 years of this. Oh, it's been about 3 years. 3 years in the making. And B, grow a spine, people. Grow some thicker skin. I mean, if you're gonna get on here and talk shit about somebody, you ought to be able to at least take some of it back. A lot of these people can't. They just can't, particularly the ones from my old side of the street. Hello, all 8 of you. 8's a lucky number. Did you know that? It is. The Japanese culture means like good fortune, luck. Now it's 14. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's up? What's up? Hey. So Rebel's out there spewing about this, that, and the other thing. He's got everyone blocked off his channel pretty much. Well, it says he doesn't. He sure got me blocked. Anyway, he keeps talking about how he's iced out and all this stuff, and I have to keep setting the record straight with this dude. You're not iced out. If anyone's iced out, I'm the one that's iced, and the reason I'm iced is because simple. I keep getting popped in the chats by the same people over and over again. They won't let me talk. So that would be more indicative of being iced out than per se you. I mean, even Proby was getting away with a bunch of shit talk in there. People like that. Not getting timed out even once. Not that I saw. Not even one time. That's how it is out here. In the Badlands of drama. That's how it goes. Everyone knows. So, nothing new there. Nothing old there. Clipping. Our clippers out there. Or Edward Scissorhands of YouTube. Remember that movie? That's an oldie but a goodie. That came out around the same time as Silence of the Lambs, didn't it? Like 1990ish. Misery. Remember that one? Oh boy, could we compare that to this? Even the movie Office Space. That one came out a long time ago. It was 1999. We're gonna we're gonna party like it's 1999. Remember that? Anyways, I'm too tired to sing. So the thing that sucks about the free version is you don't get to use any video clips. Can't play like the the intro. So I was hoping to come live with that paid version, only so I could do that. Basically, and as the luck would not have it, nope, not happening. Not happening right now. Maybe later. Granted, I don't go live a whole lot. So, anyways, yeah, like I was talking on that. No one even like tried to even deny that. Did you notice that? Not that I saw. Of course, I wasn't paying a shit ton of attention low to the chat, because I've talked about the two different parallels of the chat versus the panel pyramid, I call it. The third side of the pyramid is the back chat, the StreamYard back chat going on. That's people who's backstage on the panel and whatnot. So, but yes, I have found the same pattern between people that are on YouTube and people that are on Discord. Shout out to public occultist out there who loves it when I talk about him, aka Crosswords Corrosive. Yes, I am well aware that Lisa did that. Lisa B. Of course she did. She's done that before. I was making point or reference that she assigned him and that dotard. Notice I didn't say retard. That word's way overused out here. I just said dotard. Harry Carey, aka Harry Balls, who came from Masshole server, showed his channel was made in like 2020 or something. Anyways, I see zero content on the guy's channel, not even a community post. But I guess he thinks, and other people thinks, that the guy's all that in a bag of chips. I'm like, really? Some guy who just likes to talk shit and troll, or try to anyway, is really all that? Okay, that's what you want to go with, then that's what we'll go with. Sounds good. But yes, this is definitely a community of hypocrites. Abso-freaking-lutely, yes, it is. Double standards, yes, it is. A side of YouTube where the rules are not only arbitrary, but they only apply to, I almost said the unpopular kids, but UPK was having fun in the shit show chat there. Shout out to your mom. Remember, I don't know who's in that group. Oh, do I? Au contraire. Monsieur. So, anyways, no, I don't know French. Just a few fun words like that. So, these people are, I'm just saying, it's overall stuck on stupid when it comes to the same regurgitated stuff over and over and over and over. The funny thing is, they're the first ones to call out people like me. And, and hey, as much as I agree that Rada is absolutely irrelevant, he is an obnoxious red herring to have on your panel. I didn't say red rocket. I said red herring. Let's get that straight. So, Black Rose. Oh, there's a live one for you. That was she was on some panel. Lisa, I just saw parts of that, was replaying, and I don't know where she was, Hux or where the fuck ever. I don't know. I don't really care, but She does instigate stuff. Lisa is correct on that. Yes, she does. She absolutely instigates shit. I don't know what Lisa's issue is with me. She got bent out of shape because I wasn't coming around her channel. But the thing of it is, she gave manager mod wrenches to guys like Harry Balls, and all they do is time me out. So naturally, at some point, I'm just going to just say the hell with it. I'm done, tossing the towel, and just give up. I mean, some battles are just not worth fighting. I'm not anyone to tell her what she can and can't do with her channel. So there's that. So it is what it is. I'm not worried about it, but it's just like, hypocrites are us. Abso-freaking-lutely, yes. Now, Black Rose skirted around, and I knew she would. So did everybody else. That she was going to skirt around that question when I said, so what are you telling us, that you don't revenge friend people, or do you? And then she finally said, no, I don't do that. Yeah, the hell you don't. We all know you do. We know the history of it. We know it started with her and 𝒟𝑜𝓊𝒷𝓁𝒒-𝒮𝓃𝒹𝓈. These are some really weak-minded individuals that, in order to try to get one up on someone, they got to try to network it out to try to find as many people to be Abe haters as they possibly can. Rinse and repeat with this weirdo. Hey, Freeside, why don't you call out a lot of the people you hang out with that seem to love to talk about the same shit about me over and over and over again? Why don't you? Well, you're not going to do that, are you? No, probably not. I said that to someone who runs a sock account, another channel, the other night, and they got kind of upset with me. I'm like, well, you know what? Don't sit here and try to call me out for trying to start shit or stuck on repeat when I see you in all these other people's channels and chats, and they're doing the same goddamn thing. Some of them are even starting to admit it. How do you like that? Revenge friend? Abso-freaking-lutely, yes. Yes, she does. And you know what revenge friending means if you were listening to me and taking notes the other day? Or were you like late for class? Where's your hall pass? So revenge friending is when when you get mad at somebody and then you basically piece together, or unless you already knew it, who are these people's arch enemies? Arch nemesis. Right, nemesis? So, anyway, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9er. And then you go basically butter up to those people. You cuddle up to them. Are you drunk yet? Not tonight, Zero. Not tonight. Well, maybe tomorrow. Well, this would be tomorrow. Tomorrow is yesterday. And yesterday is tomorrow. Do you believe that? I would. So, people just love to throw out whatever insinuations that they want, and they make baseless claims. It might be like Rada, who basically, for better for worse, well, not basically, but literally has very limited information about someone like me. And all that guy does, all these people do, is they try to flock to channels with shitty content. And I'm going to give you an example of a channel that has nothing but shitty ass content. Cheers, Zero. I can share that. Bam. And that one said person was this guy, Salty Rant. I've talked about him before. Many of the people that have been around a while, on the other side of the street there, other side of the coin, flip side of the coin, if you will, know who this guy is. And it is true that all these people basically flocked to that guy's channel to try to get whatever dirt they could on me. I've talked about this before, yes. So guys like Rada Waddle over there, did just that. And all that guy does when he gets on a panel is he did this with me yesterday. And I even tested the waters with him when Sam Hill American ended that panel. And I was backstage with him for a while. I'm sure he was recording it, or who the fuck ever. Who cares? I don't care. Hopefully somebody replays it. See more of the same. So what he does is he'll just latch on to about, I don't know, 3 or 4 things. He'll whatever he picks up from other people. He won't vet anything. I don't think he's personally smart enough to. That's just my observation, as people like him like to call it. And just kind of go ahead and just start talking shit. He is still around a little bit. Not very active on YouTube though. Guys had some health issues, I guess. So anyway, and I don't wish that on anyone. That's unfortunate. But yeah, the guy basically became his arch enemy in the 1A side, and basically sunk his ship, dug his own grave, symbolically, of course. Of course. So, hey, how you doing, TLS? Welcome to the show, the channel. Here. There, I'll highlight your comment. You're next in the spotlight. So, anyways, the guy puts out a series of stupid videos. They're real lame. Minimal work effort was put into them, and I'm not one to brag, but at least I use an editor for some of my shit. I don't know. I'm just not that motivated to. I would love to do some of these cool documentary videos where the pictures are all moving and anime and virtual, and that jogs along with the whole presentation itself, and I could figure that out. I could figure it out, but I just need to do it. That's my problem. I just assembled a second cruiser board yesterday that I bought the parts for like a month ago. Actually, it was a month ago. I just finally motivated myself to just do it. I mean, when you work the hours I do, the strenuous hours at my non-job job, inside joke, it's like it's my job. It's not my job because people say I have no job, like that guy does. People like him. It drains, mentally and physically draining. It is. It really is, after enough days in a row of it. And it is what it is. It is what it is. So it's too. Where was I at? You guys know what I mean, right? So you would think that people would get stuck of being on repeat as they are. And it is true. It goes around, comes around. I mean, don't dish shit out if you can't take back. Goes without saying. I mean, if you're gonna talk shit about somebody and then they come fire a torpedo back at you, and then you go, oh, well, just time that guy out, block him, or take it on your own channel. Excuse me? Well, excuse me. Remember who said that one? Shout out Steve Martin. Oh, shit. You can tell I'm tired. I wasn't even going to go live, but I did. About 19 minutes into this thing. So anyways, let's see here. But yes, people love to talk shit. They love, and they hate it when you go back at them. They deflect when you do. They try to make it your fault. They try to use confirmation bias to go at you. They try to corral people, in other words, to gang up on you and go after you. We see this all the time. So as far as Rebel goes, like I talked about him, he does like to shadowbox people off his channel. That's what he does. Abso-freaking-lutely, yes. Every day of the week and twice on Sunday. 365 days a year, or 66 if it's a leap year. Every 4 years. He does dox. He likes to dox. Yes. Other people like to dox too, though. People, this is one of the things that's a big thing now. Doxing people. I don't get it myself. Once you dox someone, you can't hold that against them. You can't hold it up on them, saying, hey, I got your shit here, buddy. I'm gonna put it out if you don't quit talking smack. Speaking of Rodwell, he did kind of disappear when somebody went real world on somebody else. And we'll just leave it at that. That is true. I'm not the one who actually said that either. Somebody else did, but I would say that person who said it, they knew who they are, was actually quite accurate. And he hit his channel again too. Interesting. There was some pop shots going on Lisa B's, and some pop shots being fired was it Squishy's way. Remember Squishy the cat? Shout out to Once Upon an Ambient Alcohol, methamethanol. I'm not doing a panel because I can't put my wall up, my overlay, because I have the free StreamYard still. And I tried to get the paid StreamYard, but my bank blocked the transaction because it obviously flagged it as like a suspicious transaction. So I have to deal with that in the morning. I'll be dealing with that. So I can get that finally. So yeah, I go live, and just because people don't show up to it doesn't mean I go live. Shout out to the replay crew. So anyway, I was saying Rada did not. He used to get on her panel quite a bit. Whenever she would go live, he would get on there, And I was surprised that he remained eerily silent. Or not, no, that was not on Lisa B's. I stand corrected. I have to correct myself. That was on XF444's on their channel. So he didn't say anything. I figured he was gonna at least say something and to either their defense, or I'm not saying she needs anyone to defend her. I mean, obviously not, but anyway, he was trying to get one up on me by saying, What happened to you and Squishy server there, bro, Abe? What about it, Abe? Abe? So I fired a torpedo back at him because that one didn't work in his favor. And I said, well, actually, what I'd really like to talk about right now is you server deafening me in mad rage 51 times. That actually happened. I made a meme off that. I wish I would have recorded that. That'd been great. I'm sure somebody out there did record it and has it. I do talk about that. Oh, you're not interrupting me at all. Not at all, nerd. I'd love to get you on a panel one day. That'd be cool. So, here. I'll holler at your comment. Fine, just fine. What happened to Polly Crispy? Where'd he go? Emo Hollingwolf was blowing along because he thought he got kicked from the guy's server. Well, yeah, he kind of sort of got that, but on the other hand, so did the rest of us because he nuked his server. This is what he does. He comes and goes, makes a server, lets it go, lets it build up for a little bit, and then he kills it, shuts it down. And then he does the same thing with his channel. But of all those VC recordings that got leaked out last year, there was some real embarrassment, I'm sure, for some people. Things they were saying, figured was not going to get out there. I had it happen to me one time. And I own that. I absolutely owned it then, and I own it now. That was a terrible thing. That should not have gotten out there. It was that private. Well, there is really no such thing as private. We all know that now, right? But what cost? I firmly believe that a lot of the problems that we see today, going across some of these drama channels, originated from all those leaked VC recordings. I really actually do. I've got screenshots. I never used to go in those VCs. I only once or twice I did. Only once or twice. And every time I went in there, it was just the usual suspects, same ones, that would start their bullshit with me, and just trying to start fucking with me, and to put it bluntly. And I'm just like, yeah, that's okay. I get enough of that on YouTube, but I don't need to put up with that from you guys here either. So there's that. But these guys would always do it as a group. Abso-freaking-lutely. Now, shout out to what do I call her? Blue Butterfly. I call her Blue Bat. She's a fiddler on the roof. What she does is she'll wait for someone like Harry Balls or Corrosive or who the fuck ever is popping off at the mouth, talking mad shit. And then she'll come in there and then chime in in the back end. She'll always be coming through the back door, and she'll just try to like play second fiddle for whoever's doing that, which is accurate for a lot of these people. Actually, you get one or two of them that started off, and then the rest of them just kind of follow suit. It's fun for them, right? Well, not so much fun for me, so I just said, yeah, that's okay. I think I'll pass on your VC bullshit. Wham bam. Thank you. No, thank you, man. I'll pass. If you want to talk shit to me, you can talk shit to me right here on YouTube, where it's public, it's out in the open more, and enjoy it. But yeah, it is very true. There are things that evil Terry, of all people, and then I'm going to get into that in just a minute, said that I agree with. I don't agree with everything he does, or I'm sure he doesn't agree with everything I do. Well, he definitely doesn't agree with anything I do. But one thing I would agree with him on is that the community is very cutthroat. A lot of the fun has been sucked out of it. In some ways, and not as much others. I would say that there is absolutely, positively, beyond any shred of doubt, a major clique. Totally, and that within that, unless you're deep embedded in that clique, and you're outside of that bubble, pop goes the weasel, or something like that. Then you are an outlier, is what they would call us, or they'll just simply try to make you their little pal. It's a sport. Like what these people have done with me, it becomes more of a sport. I sound bitter that he wouldn't reciprocate the dollar signs in the way DM selfies with you, and you still butthurt. I have no clue what you're talking about, Pammy. Been a while, but anyway, good morning. So, anyways, I guess nice way to troll. I guess. Oh, I know what you're talking about now. You're talking about Terry. No, there's been a lot that's gone down there, and I'm not going to get into repeating it all. And most of it doesn't even concern me. It doesn't involve me. It doesn't concern me. But Terry is one of the guys who joined the 8Habe movement prior, and it was a popular thing to do. That's why a lot of these people did that. It really originated from people in my side of YouTube that either were A, already integrated on their side prior, or B, they later integrated. Once the walls, the empire came out tumbling down, all the cards stacked up to the ceiling, stadium high. Jumanji. Remember that movie? Shout out to Robin Williams. Rest in peace, brother. Boy, did that guy bring us humor beyond Mrs. Doubtfire and all those Good Morning Vietnam and all those other hits he was in. Only the good die young, right? That's right. That's not Terry. But no, it's unfortunate what went down. It's very, I would almost say predictable. You can kind of predict at some point, someone's going to turn on somebody. People are going to go bunt heads. And may the best man or woman win, I guess. Is there any winners in the end of this madness? I don't think there is. I don't think there is, but maybe some of you do. I don't know, but where does it get us in the end? Not too far. Just take a look at some of the people who've been on here for years and years. Oh shit. I got to eat my own words on that one. I've been around for a very long time. Very long time. So yes, it is very tight knit. It's always been that way. Fucking with certain people does become a sport. There was someone that I know from back in the heyday who made that, eloquently stated that, said, look, a lot of these guys are bored. Well, they're all bored. And they, some of them, I'm not say all of them, but I'm sure many of them are just, they want to spread their joy more like their misery. How you doing, Lisa? Anyways, I don't know if you got my I don't know if you might not have, because last I checked, I was blocked off your channel. But anyway, shout out to Replay Crew. But welcome. You're always welcome in my channel. I believe that people should be able to have their voice heard. If I'm talking about someone, they should be able to have their voice heard on my channel. There you go. Within reason. Well, what's within reason? Well, what's within reason is obviously not making death threats and doxing. Of course, guys like Recruit could never avoid that. People like Huckleberry, definitely most not. Black Rose, well, she's Ms. Switzerland, according to her, basically. And, well, nobody tells me what to do. Yeah, sure there, Rose. Sure. Probably why you don't like Nicolina, because Huck doesn't like her. And you know what happened between her and Sweet and all of that fiasco. So yeah, I would envision that would be why you don't like her. Lisa, I'm gonna give you credit for that one. You called that one. You and Sweet did. You did. Yes, you did. Like I say, she was live earlier. I didn't catch it, but I'm sure it's nothing new. She's got a big audience over there. I mean, I'm not a big channel. I've never advertised, flaunted myself as big. But yeah, my wrench got yanked on your channel, and I just kept coming in there with different accounts, kept getting blocked over and over and over again. It is what it is. So, anyways, look. I did watch your channel earlier, Lisa. I did. And I heard the part where she's definitely instigating shit. Yes, she is. What's the difference between someone like her and me? Well, one, I don't revenge friend. Two, people have said this about me. What you see is what you get. I will never change my ways. I will never change my personality type, because it would be more, I don't know, accepting of others. Fuck that shit. I mean, I am not a kiss ass. If anyone knows anything about me, and people who have sat there and said, well, Abe's just trying to get liked, accepted. He's buying his way into the community. Yeah, right. If that was something that I thought was going to work, that I actually wanted to do, I would have done that a very long time ago. Trust me when I say that. Trust me. But I really don't care. I'm not that vested. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. It's the way it is. I've been around this earth a while. Long enough, at least, to know that if you spend your entire life trying to please others, roll out the red carpet for them rather than yourself, you're going to be living your life in a hell of a lot of leads. You absolutely are. Sound deflated? I'm just tired. In general, I'm just tired. I am. But I wanted to get this out. I promised I would go live, and here I am. I do go live on my channel. I do. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're all here. You're my peeps, my peoples. Okay? You're always going to be my peoples. Even my lurkers. A fruit by the foot usually does it. I mean, those things were better when I was a kid. They tasted better, in my opinion. Just like about everything else out there that we have in the world, all this processed food and everything. But in the course of time, give me one moment in time. Anyways, that kind of thing. How you doing? How are you doing? It's now the chat's moving. No, Lisa's not getting blocked on my channel. Proby, that's really you. I mentioned you earlier, and I saw some of the stuff that you were putting in the chat over on the Shit Show, and it was amazing that you were able to get away with all that, and I was getting timed out like crazy, like mad, which is normal, which is par for the course. Don't get me wrong, but it goes to show, some people can get away with bloody murder. Like I remember 𝒟𝑚𝑒 getting timed out over on the Tonic and Sales channel, that over there. This is, I don't know, it's like 3 weeks ago or some shit like that. I was actually at work when that was going on. And then I was in the chat and getting timed out like a wildfire, right, like mad. And Berto was just chatting away. And at some point on his channel, somebody timed out 𝒟𝑚𝑒. Then somebody else brought to his attention on the panel, I believe it was. I could be wrong about that. It could have been the chat. I thought it was the panel. Maybe it was the chat. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Somehow somebody sent smoke signals to the guy and said, "Hey, Tonic, hey, guess what, buddy? Big Berto just got timed out. Damn." So he said, "Come on, guys. Don't be timing out Berto." And then I finally I flipped to another account, of course, because I get timed out for like 24 hours. Or what happened? Or hour, half hour, whatever it is, a week. Oh, trust me, if they could get away with timing out for a week, like they can in Discord, they absolutely would be doing that wholeheartedly on YouTube. So I said, "Wait a minute, hold a second here. I wouldn't care if it was his channel or any of your channels, okay? Yeah, I wouldn't care." I said, "Wait a minute here. Wait a minute. You guys are having a cow because Berto got timed out one time. I've been getting timed out since I've been on this damn thing. Come on, what's up?" And then no one said a word. Nobody said a word. Isn't that crazy? Not one word. So, anyways, that's funny like that, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Now, I did the same thing on COVIDs. I saw COVIDs wrenched, what's her name? Mallory, mother of two, I think it is, or mid. I'm sorry, not Mallory. I'm thinking Mallory Knox. No, Mallory Knox is fine, okay in my book. No, this is Midwest mom of two, or is what her account is, aka Flying Monkey's daughter-in-law, and he wrenched her right away. Now, naturally, she threw a little. She tried to take a pop shot at me and said, "Better watch out, Abe. I'm a King Kong here now." And so I naturally replied, "Yeah, timing people out in the chat is a sign of weakness, weakness in numbers." That's what I called it. And it is. It really is. Timing people out for no reason at all is a sissy ass move. It is, without merit, without reason. And why would you time? But so that's what these guys do. This is what they do. And it's, I don't know. Is it that these guys, when they get their wrenches, you feel like they're high and mighty. Ooh, I'm God. Cast a spell on you. Here comes the lightning bolt. Here comes the lightning round, actually, right? Lightning round. So you keep asking me to block Lisa all you want, but that's not happening. Sorry. I actually think she's a manager mod here. I'm pretty sure she is, actually. So anyways, there's that. So bedtime's no. Well, you can take this as a bedtime story. That's what you can. How's that? But hey, the chat said we're up to 19 people in the house without a mouse. And no spouse. Yeah, I'm single. I am. And hey, I'm free spirited. I'm free falling, free falling. Yeah, I'm free falling. Okay, so anyways, watch yourself, because if she's still in here and she's got a wrench, she might just slug you there. Whoever you are, A, B, C, D, E. So I've never seen you here before, but I know she 𝒟𝑜𝓊𝒔𝓃 kind of came in there a long way. I have never seen 𝒟𝑜𝓊𝒔𝓃 on this channel. Interesting. So anyways, let's see here. Where are we at? Let's see. Hammy, that's kind of an old one there. We could talk about Rick Crude calling, who was it? Homeland Security Investigations, otherwise known as HSI, in Washington, D.C. on me back in good old 2023. He did do that all right. Yes, he did. After calling multiple local, county, state, and federal agencies on me all over the nation. Yeah, he did. He did. And I have all that shit on videos, which, guys, I made public. At least one time, twice I did that, I think. And a lot of people downloaded it. I'm surprised people actually, or even he, for all, well, I'm not surprised he would. People actually get, do you have proof that he did that? I'm like, yeah. Sorry, you snooze, you lose. All that shit was made public on my backup channel last year. And if you missed it, you missed it. You snooze, you lose. That's the way it goes. So, anyways, 𝒟𝑜𝓊𝒔𝓃 does not like tonic and sales or authority check or threat settlement or any of those guys, do you? No, you don't. Well, anyways, we're all just one big happy family out here now, aren't we? Yes, I think we are. Is that the real narrative out there? I don't know if it is or not. Anyways, hello. Welcome to my channel, peoples. What brings you out here? Well, you don't have to reason. That reminds me, when I was on the shit show earlier, well, I guess it is the real narrative. When I was on my channel, when I was on the shit show earlier, I lost my train of thought. What was I going to say? I was going to say something important. Right. So when I was talking with X Factor 444 there. You want to hear me? Well, I'm not that exciting. I'm kind of boring, but that's okay. You can tune in. Anyone's free to tune in. Everyone's free to hang out. It's fine. So now, look. It's like, it's funny with all these people who, if I do come around, I don't do as many panels as I used to. I don't. Do you guys see me in a lot of panels anymore? I mean, I don't. Do you? No. So I get on these panels, and people will, like, some of these people say, okay, state your business. And it's all, that's why I was telling them, I'm going like, well, I mean, did I miss something here? Is this like a military thing where it's like, permission to speak freely, sir? Aye, sir. I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. Is it true you're dating Karen? Last I checked, no. As far as I know, I love rumors. So keep them coming, guys. Keep them flying my way. But I will say that they have some good points when it comes to this stuff. I mean, they said, hey, you got Prime in here, and he's making all this annoying, obnoxious noise, and he's interrupting. He's constantly, going over Abe here, which is getting, really rather rude. Well, yeah, it was rather rude, wasn't it? And then you got AC was saying, well, come on, I know he's just dicking around, but it's like, come on, get your point. I'm like, well, I could get to my point if people would stop interrupting me. It wouldn't take a half hour to explain something that I could explain in 3 minutes if y'all quit talking over me. Play noise, music, sound bites. Come on. People, come on. So, you know, I would agree. Who was it? Somebody said that I was the most underappreciated or underappreciated or whatever person that's out here. And maybe there is some truth to that. I don't know. But do I really care? No, I don't care. I don't care. Which I did. But I don't care. I don't care. The other thing I wanted to say here was people love to sit there and they'll say, oh, this was going on when Truthfinder was getting on my panel once in a while. Like, oh, how dare you have that guy on your panel? And then like a week later, they got him on their panel. Next. So see, like there was people that were bitching at me when I got my server going, saying, "Oh, you can't have so and so in there. How dare you? I shall tell the queen that you have done this, and off to the dungeons you go. And we'll stretch you out in the rock, honest Abe." And so it came to be, right? Came to be. Well, then I get screenshots from, let's just say, some reliable, credible sources. Well, thank you. I can't be, can I? People have tried. There was a whole cancel Abe movement that was going on. The no means no, and the last I checked, I didn't think I ever made sexual advances to anyone out here. Did I? I don't think so. Of course, you guys Dragon Classy Drama Tart, and oh, he was stalking me. He's stalking me. Oh, whatever am I to do? I shall get my friend Ghost Eagle Guardian, who gets all of like 3 people watching his channel like Black Rose. So, oh, it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. So, anyways, it's what did I say? It's like a paradox in itself. You know, or deja vu. That's a better terminology for it. It's like deja vu. It's like it's the same repetitive stuff over and over and over. But getting back to what I was saying about getting screenshots of people who are bitching at me about having certain people in my server when that thing started getting going, then I see those people have the same people that they were bitching to me about having in my server in their server. Isn't that something? That's crazy. That is crazy. So do you see where I'm going with this? So no, I'm not dropping the link because I don't have a wall to put up. You don't even do panels, do you? Proby? No, I don't think you do. You said some crazy stuff that I don't agree with. Other people have said stuff that I also equally don't agree with. All right. It comes hand in hand. It goes both ways. And I've talked yesterday when I was on Sam Hill Americans about one-way transparency. Do you know what one-way transparency is? Well, I'm sorry I'm boring you, but I'm here to, put out some artifacts, give my commentary. This is my viewpoint, which I very seldom get a chance to get out on a lot of these panels and channels. So here I am before you. Take it or leave it, or take it to go. And what they used to call an old doggy bag, Why? Because you would theoretically take like half the sandwich home to your dog or something, your pet. Who let the dogs out? Right? Right. So, to me, I see people calling out other people for shit they do themselves. And that is the part that Evil Terry said that I agree with. Right there. Him and I have been always pretty much at odds. As far as the people he follows or I follow, early on he got involved in the people from my old side of YouTube that were, talking mad shit about me for hours on end on their channels and panels and not letting me get on. Or here's what they would do. They would say, hey, we're going to set a 3-minute timer on you. And that's when it comes around to your turn to talk. What we're going to do is we're going to let you have your 3 minutes. All right. But what we're also going to do is we're going to let everybody else talk as long as they like. And then they would bicker, bitch, and hoot, holler, and scream because I would not go along with those parameters. I'm like, no, and no some more. No. Did you not hear the word no? Why did I say no? I said the word no because what they were going to do to me is this. They were going to each take at least 10 to 15, 20 minutes, a half hour to talk and then pass it around. And by the time it got around to me, it was time to end the show. That's what they were going to do. That's exactly what they were going to do. How you doing, Hebrew? How are you doing? I mean, you were an Abe Nayer. Or remember, I called them the Abe Nayers. You remember this time? Yes. So what's not cool? Are you talking about the chat here? Mr. Proby there. Proby's got a big mouth. I'll give it that. He does have a big mouth. I was in a server once and I got kicked out of it. It was like last year. It didn't last long in there at all. Somebody else made sure of that. That's fine. Well, you do you. I chose to be the bigger man. And look who's in the chat. It's Proby. So whoever's behind that account, whoever you are, and I don't know who you are. So there you go. Okay. Point them out. Are you talking about Hammy? I can assure you that Hammy is not an underage girl, Hebrew. Catch you later. So anyways, I think you're mistaking her for the whole troll with Gia, if I'm not mistaken there, Hebrew. That was not Hammy. That would have been Gia. That was trolling going on a Discord server too, by the way. So I think that's what you're talking about. When Gia implied that she was underage in a server, and then they just said, okay, okie dokie, twink, and they kicked her out. So anyways, last I checked, Hammy is not Gia, and Gia is not Hammy. Whoever Gia is. Oh, no, wait, I know Gia. I've heard Gia's voice. I can tell by the sound of her voice, unless she's using a voice disguiser, that she's definitely an adult. So there you go. Now, let's see, where are we at? So, like I said, when I was talking about Terry and how I agree with him, that's what I agree with him on. But again, there's stuff that he has said or done that I do not agree with. And by the way, this channel is set for 18 and over, and you have to have a confirmed 18 over channel to use it. Also, don't believe me, make yourself a YouTube account, check that you're under 18, try to get on my channel. You're not going to. So that out of the way. What else was I going to talk about here? I think I've covered pretty much the highlights. Is anybody else? Nerd, what's up? I think Terry should adopt you, Abe. He could be your big brother. I hate that $sign thing. It's in the way. Why is that even there? Oh, I know why it's there. What that does is this. Here's what it does. Oops, I almost had the stream. Do you see that? That's the 10% discount for StreamYard thingy. That's what that is. Like, I have not a monetized channel. There would not be a $sign on my channel. So what's that about? And you can't turn it off either, as far as I know. Maybe the paid version you can, but the free version you can't, as far as I know. All right, 13 is an unlucky number. We got 13 of you in the house. But anyways, but no, there is a total double standard out here. I cannot reiterate that enough. I have seen it time and time again. I have seen people come at me and just throw shit at me and have no proof for any of it. And then they'll demand receipts that I prove it's not true. And one of the people that was notorious for doing that, although it was with Binks more recently, I know you used a sock account by this name. I have no receipts to show for it, but trust me, that happened. Yes, you did. You tried to threaten me and dox me and whatever. And like, okay, would you care to give me a channel, a time frame? I mean, it's not like anyone can replicate each other's accounts. If you don't believe me, go look at how many Honest Abes exist out there. We have 2 Hebrew Hammers out there. We got 2 of them. It's a twofer. Okay. So if that doesn't prove that there's more than one of the same person out there, don't know what does. Because yes, people do that. Brian King is one of the most duplicated accounts that exist out here today. And just the other day, he was in a chat. Was it last night? He was in a chat, and there was at least 2 other Brian King accounts, I believe, that were in the chat. And the real Brian King was saying, hey, here's the real me. He's got over 4,000 subs on his channel. Over 4K. I think it's like 4.4K. He's been around a while. He's not new out here. But certain individuals, UPK, love to replicate his account. Yes, they do. So he's sitting there trying to say, hey, I remember when Gen X Jeff got his channel copied multiple times and in the chats, and he was trying to say, hey, this is the real me. That's the fake me. Of course, and the fake me is going, hey, this is the real me. That's a fake me. Just repeating everything he said. There was a fake Honest Abe that was harassing Silver Diamond just 2 years ago. Just 2 years ago. Isn't that something? But nobody would copy my account. No. Now, if we go back to the whole Queen Wasp thing with the Honest Abe .15 account, which is still out there, I reported that thing to Google multiple times, saying, hey, whoever the asshat is behind this account copied me. All of my shit and put it up on another channel, although it's called Honest Abe .15. So let's just say my inside source confirmed that with me. And because that live stream was made private, that was where Hillbilly Man was up there running his big mouth, talking shit for hours on there about me, which is exactly what he was doing. Yeah, he was. And then that account came in there and put out supposedly what Hebrew operator's name is in the chat at some point in the live stream. Of course, that was after I was blocked and timed out for 24 hours. So then Biff Thundermuffin, Bedtime Clown, who's a moderator, says, I'm the one that hid that account. I'm like, great. That's good to know. Did you happen to click the link and go to the channel? Well, no, I just got rid of the comment real quick. That's what I did. So then I know Wasp took this picture of the StreamYard side of the chat and said, well, there you are, Abe. That's you. Well, we've hashed all that out, her and I, since then. But Bedtime Clown and people like him are still going to run around and throw that out there. Of course they are. I love sunflowers, by the way, nerd. I appreciate that. But this is what you call confirmation bias. And it's being used to character assassinate somebody, to say, hey, this was you did this, or like Binks did, or Hebrew Operator just did there in the chat saying, you got underage people in your chat. I'm leaving. Bye. Knowing that this is an 18 on up channel, you can't even get on here and chat unless your channel is set for 18 and over. Now, can I scan all of you behind your accounts and your DNA strand? Of course not. Of course not. Can you scan mine? No, you can't. This is like I was talking about yesterday when people get on here and they start throwing out shit and saying, oh, did you know so-and-so is a PDF file? Just like people lied about me over 2 years ago, Rick Crude and Blue Eyes. You know, the one who cam slipped. Oops. By mistake. And I made sure to get that one. Trust me. So, yeah, those individuals who lied. Well, I mean, if somebody comes on the internet, this is one of the oldest tricks in the book. When they come on, this is in Sam Hills, I was talking about this just yesterday, but I'll talk about it again here. When somebody gets on and makes that sort of a big, huge claim against someone like me, as was done to me by people like that, you know, the Legion of Liars, if you will. You know, funny thing is, Rick Crude was even scolded. He was corrected by AC himself on the shit show, saying, come on, dude. You know how it works out here. We don't go around and call people stuff like that unless we have ironclad proof that that is true. We have that paperwork in our possession. We can absolutely positively confirm that person behind that account matches this paperwork. And then he just kind of sighed his head, sobbed down. And then the next night he was on there blasting me again on his channel, calling me the exact same thing all over again. Of course, he had already called somebody's husband, had accused him of the same thing. And in reality, it's all lies. He just made it up. He made it up out of thin air. Why did he do that? Well, because he was angry. He was angry that his channel got nuked. He lost his YouTube channel. He blamed me for doing it. Both channels he lost, he blamed me for. He sure did. Yes, he did. And of course, Blue Eyes, psychotic as she is, in my opinion, I'm no one to diagnose her. Maybe she's just a bitch, you know? I don't know. But gets out there and decides to just toss that around, repeat it everywhere, right? Like she did, only to get cornered on COVIDs over a year and almost 2 years later. No, it's not 2 years later. It was probably about a year and a half later from when she first started that. And she first started saying that on the first channel she did on was Dave, King 9. Anyone knows King 9? Village Idiot News will not return. That guy right there. She got on his panel and threw that out there, that accusation. Meanwhile, guys like I Could Be are in the chat chanting that on. I got the screenshots of all that and the things he said about me too. And Queef Control out there is another one that was throwing out those claims also. Sure was. Yep, he even did it more recently. I got those screenshots too. And so, you know, this is how nefarious that these people can absolutely get. So, who $50? Oh, Dave. Yeah, he comes out and says that all the time. And I come back at him and I say, okay, $50 has got your name right on it right here, right now. The only thing is, you got to prove to me exactly why it is I owe you $50. And he can't. Now, the only thing Rick Crude did was he called that guy out saying, you're just trying to scam him out of $50, which that's true. Well, he's just being an ass like he is. He kind of seems to lean more towards the UPK crowd there. You know, so I'm not a gatekeeper. Hang out where you want. I don't care. If I was to tell you guys who and where you could hang out with, then guess what? I would be a hypocrite. I have to eat my own words and say, if I'm going to call y'all out for stuff like this, then I better be calling myself out too. Just saying. So back to the whole PDF file thing. So yes, that has been way overused out here. Lots of people have been accused of that, including myself. It's all lies, untrue. My name does not appear in any paperwork anywhere in this country. There was a guy that has a similar name to me in what state was that? Montana, or no, it wasn't Montana. I'm trying to figure out what state it was. It was Nebraska. And I got a picture of that guy. The guy's got tattoos from his head to his toes. And he's still in prison. Actually, I looked him up. Well, at least as he was a couple of years ago. I haven't looked the guy up since then, but that's the guy that Rick Crude and I were trying to say was me, right? Of course. So people actually buy into these kind of lies. And it's the thing of it is, when you get called something like that, it's very difficult to disprove it unless you're willing to dox yourself, put out your information. And a lot of times the reason these guys do this to begin with is because that's what they're after. They want your dox. Either they don't know your dox, they're trying to get you to confirm your dox. So they can get your name. Because let's face the facts. It doesn't matter when someone comes on and they throw those kind of claims out about you. People are always going to bring in a question unless they can validate, verify that ain't you, and that's not true. So in my case, pretty much everyone already knew who I was long before that. And it really wasn't that hard to figure out that that's not true at all. That's just pure slander. And so it was funny that people were actually coming at me and demanding answers from me to prove that that is not true, rather than going to the source of the people that were running around saying that. Because I'll tell you, when Blue Eyes started that shit up with me, I was working in the local government sector doing civil service work. So, stuff like this on the internet can spew out and can get out there. And even though it's all fabricated, you can easily squash that by punching in to see if my name comes back in any database like that, which it doesn't. It's easy to validate and verify that's not true. But that's not what these people chose to do. It's the same reason they went to Salty Rant's channel looking for shit on me through him. Same thing. They were looking for any kind of dirt they could get on me and use against me. That's what they were doing. That's all they were doing. Literally. So, it's a wonder I don't give these people the time of day, right? And I used to get on here and talk for hours and hours and hours and hours. If you do not believe me, those videos are on my other channel. The other channel that I lost last mid-December, and I recovered just a month ago, June 11th. I swear to God, we declared a holiday. That's funny, isn't it? Because there's 11 people watching, and it was on June 11th. 1-1. I graduated with my Bachelor of Science in the year 1-1, 2011. I did. So anyways, let's see. Nice odd number. Nice odd low number. Yeah, no, that would not be me, Nerd. I am not tattooed from my head to my toes. Trust me when I tell you that. Trust me. But I'm not knocking anyone who is or does. That's fine. If you like body art, I'm not shaming you. I'm just simply trying to make a comparison and a match. Now, I found people with Rick Crude's first to his exact name that are in databases in different states. But obviously the age doesn't match. You can definitely tell there's zero resemblance between him and said person in the system. Okay. But this is what these guys try to do. This is what they do. I mean, if you go back in time, okay, I got to sing it if I'm going to do it, right? Let's do the time warp again. One more time, people. Let's do the time warp again. So we go back in time to where people were throwing all kinds of mad shit at, crazy shit, saying I had multiple DUI convictions, lost my driver's license. Rada tried to pull that one on me the other day again. That was proven untrue. more lies. I've had a driver's license since I was, well, the driver's permit actually when I was, what, 15? And a driver's license since I was 16. So you do the math. And I've maintained it ever since. Renewed every 4 years, straight through. So that was a lie. When recruits said I went to federal prison for harassing some guy on the Citizens Band or CB radio in California, there's another lie. Said that my what was it, my ham radio station license was revoked by the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC. Well, guess what? That's another lie. When guys like Bedtime Clown, all them were running around saying I lost my license or something because I got charged with attempted vehicle manslaughter or some shit like that, or negligent. No, it was negligent driving because they didn't even understand what that terminology meant. They still don't, I don't think. That I plowed through some parade or something, like the tragedy that happened up in Wisconsin. Was it Waukesha or somewhere? Something like that, somewhere up there. That's that Christmas Day parade. It's like that was the guy that was actually just trying to. He was on something for sure, and he had a history of running. Was his ex or something over, and then the guy flew through that parade trying to flee the police or something. Is what that was about. They tried to imply that I basically did something like that. There's another lie. It just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. And every time you debunk one lie, these guys jump to another one. That's what they do. So I guess it's their full-time hobby, sport, a little bit of both. I mean, right? Abe Brooks, like Mel Brooks, you mean? He was great on Blazing Saddles, Spaceballs. Speaking of Spaceballs, I met Michael Winslow in person, and I got to wear his Spaceballs helmet. That was great. I got a picture of that. That was fun. The man of 10,000 voices, I think he's marketed as. I think he's got a Guinness record, doesn't he? I think like the Micro Machines commercial dude, you know. So yeah, something like that. But yeah, these people do slay me. They absolutely do. They're always trying to. It's like last night. They say, "Oh, we got this clip. We have a clip. This proves you never worked at that university doing police and public safety. Our proof is in this video clip." The Exile One tried to pull that one on me the other day. What did he say? Of all people, he sat there and said, "Oh yeah," he said, "Pink Birdo said that I sold the longboard that the contributions from 0151 who was in my chat earlier, and saying I obviously scammed him out of this money." It was Rada that was coming in, trying to come in with that one on Sam Hills the other day. Well, been yesterday afternoon, and so he's just regurgitating stuff he has not vetted. Trying to, as a gotcha. Hey, I got you, man. Busted, buddy. It's acquaintance for you, acquaintance. Right. So he's sitting there saying, "Oh yeah, Pink Birdo said you sold that board. There's proof." And I said, first of all, Mr. Exile, last I saw he was on the Flow States, the Powdered Dusky or whatever it is. There was like 10 people on that panel. So anyway, it's like, okay, first of all, prove to me that that's what that person said. Second of all, if you can prove that's what that person said, that's called hearsay evidence. It's not even evidence; it's just hearsay. It's speculative. You're at best. I mean, you're trying to tell me that somebody else said that I sold. And actually, show me a contract. Show me a law. Show me that if I do decide to sell that thing or just give the damn thing away, that makes me a scammer. I mean, I don't think so. So people have had fun trying to, fuck with me over that one. And they still do. They still do. Zero himself came out and said, no, that's not true. Abe showed me all the receipts of everything he bought, parts and everything to put this thing together. Yes, it's true that Tonic and Sales is the guy who came up with, kind of the idea or pushing me to go build one of them. That is true. He did. He did a fine job of that. It is true that I did build the thing. It's true that 0 and 51 gave me donations to buy parts for that thing. It's also true that I used all the money to go into that project. It's equally true that I never asked him for any money, that he just gave it out of the kindness of his heart. I did repay him back in a small way. I did. And he knows what that is, and I do. And that's called our business. As funny as this anybody else's business but ours. I didn't see anybody else, basically, shoot me a 5 or anything towards the project. Nope, they sure didn't. So I'm sorry, this becomes everyone's business? How? Because we say it does? Well, who's the arbiters of all these receipts? Who is the judge, jury, and executioner of receipts? Who is it? You guys tell me. If I hear one word out of any of my Abe nayers, or in other words, my haters out there, then I am seriously moving for a change of venue in another continent of the world. Screw another county over or state, man. I'm talking not even a country. I'm talking about a continent on the other side of the world. You can take me up to the North Pole for all I care. All right? At least I'll get some more honesty up there. But not down here. Certainly not down here. Nope. No way, no how. I haven't. So, yeah. You see where I'm going with this, guys? Yeah. Isn't that something? So, yeah, I can sell that board all I wanna. I can give it away all I wanna. I don't really need the thing. I just built one with my own money that cost basically the same price as that one cost to make, like $230 or so, $230, $240, somewhere in there, right? Somewhere in there. And the thing is much more, to me, it's more stable than the other one is. It's more comfortable. I feel safer on the thing, if there is such a thing. And I just like it better, way better. It's a better board. It's a better deck. Damn you, Box Man, for getting me into that stuff. Anyway, no, it's actually to be able to say I built that thing makes me feel good. I put that together. I built that thing all by myself. I did it from start to finish. I built that thing. Let's troll Abe for the next 5 years over Abe is a scammer. But, naturally, you don't see me throw my Cash App out there. You don't see me taking open donos for anything. This was a experimental fun project I did. I was hoping to see more people give me a few dollars towards the project just for fun. And I can assure you, I've more than rechanneled the money that donated to me amongst the community out here, and then some. I have. But anyways, maybe I should. Zero, are you out there, buddy? 151, are you out there, man? Maybe I should just get you a $150 Starbucks gift card and just be done with this shit. Oh, that's funny. So, it never ceases. It slays me. It never ceases to amaze me. And the trolls definitely keep me busy talking all kinds of shit about me, man. They do. They absolutely do. Come on, guys. There he is. He's still there. I was talking about the trolling over the whole longboard thing. Now, like I was telling everyone when Rada was trying to screw with me over that whole thing, saying, "Oh, Abe, you scammed Zero, and Abe begged him for money." No, I didn't. I didn't ask you for a dime. You were nice, and you said, "Hey, here, hey Zero, give me your I think I got your PayPal stored. You like Starbucks, buddy? Let me send you a gift card for Starbucks. How about that?" No, I didn't say I get it. I know you don't need anything. I'm just simply saying I don't need anything either. I don't need anything either, right? But I'm just simply stating that, hey, people did try to make me out to be this big scammer. knowing it wasn't true, and with nothing to back that up. And it's what it is. Do you think Roddick can skateboard? I don't think that, big boy. I don't know. I don't even can bend over and pick up a skateboard, let alone ride a skateboard. I mean, hey, I am going to admit to you guys that I am overweight. Okay, I am. Now, am I to the actual factual K-E truth finder? Am I to the point where I cannot get on one of those things and ride it around? No, I can. But I just don't think it's going to work out so well for him. My pleasure, Zero. My pleasure. But the one thing I agreed with Authority Check was that Rada is totally irrelevant. I mean, do I hate this guy? No, I don't hate this guy. I don't hate any of y'all's. Okay, I might not be proud of all y'all's on things that some people, they know who they are. Done. I don't agree with, but it's the same. I'm sure there's things that they'll say. Well, we don't like what you did either when you did the X, Y, and Z. I tend to give back what I get. If people just want to get on Discord and YouTube and fuck with me, then I'm going to fuck with them back. Okay, it's called tit for tat. That was quoted on last night's chat show. It was. And I didn't even provoke that. It is tit for tat. You conk me on the head, I'm going to conk you right on back. That's how we do this. That's how we roll. Man, I'm almost an hour and a half into this thing. I'm sorry I didn't do a panel tonight, but I have the free StreamYards. Prime is annoying as he's annoying as shit. He never knows when to quit. And he has a hissy fit. And makes me just want to, pit. Like on a racetrack. Hit the pit. He's like a rolling skit. Shit. I know I'm a regular Dr. Seuss, aren't I? Prime, he is very needy. He's very needy. And he's always wanting assurance from all of his inner circle that everybody likes him and they're not mad. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. I've got nothing with you on that, buddy. Nothing. But dude, sometimes you can be a little too overbearing out there. You can be a bit much. And it is true that definitely less is more. The person that said a wise man once said nothing, not one word. What's your problem? What's my problem? What's anybody's problem out here, right? Right? So how's that for a narrative, right? So I'm just saying. But it's funny how things come and go. The cycle of not just life, but time. Go for 2 more hours, I'm stuck at work. Oh, that sucks. Nah, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to go till about an hour and a half, which is about 6 minutes out, and I'm going to get going. Tired. But hey, I do appreciate you guys tuning in. And I know sometimes it seems like I ramble on, but who doesn't ramble on out here, huh? I mean, people end up, they're the one, the first person that calls somebody out for being stuck on repeat is generally the ones that are stuck on repeat. I just call it like I see it. That's how I roll, man. That's how I do it. And that's just it. That's it. So, yeah. It was cool. I'm sorry to yawn. I know it's contagious, guys. I can't help it right now. Liliana, she rides that skateboard, and she can tear up she can tear it up. She doesn't do any tricks, she said. like ollies or nollies, but she does ride it around. That I give her that. I give credit where credit's due. I do. I do think Rada would split that skateboard in half. That thing would crack right in half. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, be Jesus. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So, I mean, this is just what it is. It is what it is. I got on Mr. P's panel the other day. I did. Only for a couple of minutes. There was no, no, he wasn't around. I don't think he was there. That Mike Cerrone dude. That like on that side of the aisle, he is like their Abe. He is. He literally is. But I don't say even remotely half the things that guy says. Not even half. I do not approve of many or most of his methods when it comes to. He said some pretty shitty things to people. Like, I call women bitches. I admit that. You're a bitch, Black Rose. But I called Prime a bitch last night too. So I call guys bitches too. See, it's an equal opportunity insult. That's what it is. So I don't I don't favor towards any sex when I call people that. I appreciate that, nerd. I do. I appreciate that. I'm actually a pretty cool guy, but people like to be dicks to me out here. So, maybe the narrative and people like that should cover that story or something, or whoever. I don't care who you are. But yeah, people love to talk shit about me out here. They do. That's all they like to do. Yeah, it gets old. But you know what it also does? This is what it does. This is my bragging rights. So my other channel, which is not this one, which is the @𝒟𝓂𝓂𝓊𝓃𝒾𝓉𝓎, all lowercase. There's also, this one's 𝒟𝓂𝓃4DN. And so take the IAN off of the handle of this channel. Oops, that's my charger plugged in. And then you'll have my my other channel. The other channel I got is called Honest Abe _1. That's why that nefarious clone sock came up with Honest Abe 0.15 or 1.5. I actually showed proof that I reported that thing for being an imposter account last year. I did. I actually reported that thing multiple times, and I reported it recently to Google in a tweet. I did. Still no action. So see how their rules are very arbitrary or selectively enforced? Oh, they actually are. They really are. So yeah, they are. So see, I go live and only certain people show up, but that's okay. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. I'm not here for the numbers, the masses. I'm just here to try to have a good time. I'm here to set the record straight. Whether you like me or you don't like me, if you don't like what I'm saying and you want to call me out, here I am. I'm right here. I do not block people off my channel. I don't block people off unless there's a real reason to. I could give you a zillion scenarios to that, but one of the primary ones is like doxing, making death threats. That'll do it. Although Rick Crude's still not blocked here, and he did that plenty of times on my channel. But then to take those live streams down. LA Spike is in the house, my man. See, I knew I stuck around for a reason. I remember I missed when you used to go live and you would DJ. I missed that. That was fun. I enjoyed that on your channel, actually. And I hope that one day you can ride again, because man, you are a very gifted entertainer. You know your music, you do, and you mix it really well, like no one I've ever seen. This is Casey Kasem, 2.0 Reloaded right here. Remember, this is the American Top 40. This guy here is mastered that guy. His voice just kind of naturally sounds like it. Where I'm sitting here trying to mimic it and shit. No, this dude right here, he's got it going on. I think I got your clip saying that. So, anyways, oh really? You are DJing Zero's birthday party? Dang! I mean, are you doing it in person in the flesh, or are you like just doing it on the air here, right? On the open air on YouTube. Damn, I want to be part of that. Why don't I get an invite? You know, I'm just saying. I don't bite too hard, or do I? It's like Jaws. You know, that's funny. That is a good comparison of me out here in the drama community. It's like Jaws, right? It's like dun 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 dun. So yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. But as much as I do, you know, don't get me wrong, enjoy venturing out. Like I can go in the panel verse anywhere I want to go. Nobody fucks with me. Nobody. I don't get timed out even one time. One time. There's channels in the gamer communities that I follow. I can get in there and hang out all I want to. They'll roll out the carpet. Okay. I know this one guy who shares like coin collecting. I know these guys like to smoke pot and stuff. John Candy. Oh, whoa. Last of the best. I'm gonna pull a John Candy wrestling in the mud. Oh, that was in the movie Stripes. I remember that one. Sergeant Elka. Well, actually, some of the Night Court actors, the future Night Court actors, were in that movie. I know, or Ghostbusters. The guy was Egon. What's his name? Who passed away? Man, those are some great actors. Great actors. They don't make them like that anymore. Those are movies like when I was like either just born or like a really little kid. We're talking the early mid '80s and shit like that, right? Yeah. So anyways, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about the strike war that's been going on? I didn't mention that again. I guess we got to talk. We actually talked about some non-drama stuff. It was kind of fun, wasn't it? I enjoyed that. I always enjoy just get out here and shooting the shit. You know, the trolls grind their teeth when I'm not talking about them every 5 seconds. Tough love, right? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more. Anyways, the two guys in SNL, remember that? The 90s, remember that? I do. They're rocking their heads like bobbleheads. Oh shit. So anyways, what was I gonna say to that? Oh, but yes, it's so true. People are so lighthearted; they cannot take it back. I cannot reiterate that enough. Do you guys see me blocking people in my chat? Do you see me blocking them on my panel? No, I don't. No, I don't. In fact, the narrative was in here, the real narrative, and I got blocked in her channel a long time ago by 𝒟𝑒𝓊𝒷𝓁𝒒-𝒶𝓃𝒹𝓈. And did I block her off my channel? No. Is Huck blocked on my channel? No, she's not. Is Rick Crude blocked on my channel? All the shit, foul stuff he said about me that I highlighted a while ago? No, he's not. No. Is any other channel that I'm blocked on blocked on my channel? No. They're not blocked. Okay? They're not blocked. I went through and unblocked every single account that's in my block list. And they were only sock accounts that were of Rebel City. Connie there. That guy. And those are the ones that were giving him hell. He either blocked them when he was in here. I blocked him. Is Rebel blocked in my channel? No, he's not. Is he blocked on any other channels that he talks shit about? No. Now, I mean, granted, if he were to get in the shit show chat, I guarantee. Here's what happened. It would be like when I was on when 𝒟𝑒𝓂𝓂 was live. You know, public occultist there when he went live last. He was talking about what I don't even remember what he was talking about. Do you guys? I don't remember what he was talking about. Pebble stinks. That's funny. So, here, pick a comment. Wait a minute. This is StreamYard. This isn't Prism live. So I'm still trying to figure out the panel thing on Prism, but I will. I was going to end this thing like at 5 minutes ago. I'm still going. You guys are keeping me going here. See, you dirty ranch. See. You're the guy that shot my brother, and I'm the guy that's gonna get you. See. Yeah. See. Where's Captain Slim? So. What are we gonna do with you guys? What are we gonna do with me? No, Rebel's got me blocked on every single one of his channels. Every one of them. And he advertises openly that I'm like the only one of the only people that he's got on his block list. Well, then I'm seeing other people saying they're blocked too. Does he remember everyone he's blocked? Maybe not. Maybe not. So anyways, Corrosive. So he was live. And he was talking about something else. I get in the chat meanwhile, and I say hello. It's what is it? I'm thinking of the song. What is it? You say hello, I say hello. Whatever it is, you know what I'm talking about? That one. That was 60s. It was it John Lemon or something? Anyways, John Lennon. I don't know. I'm just tired. Are you tired? I'm tired. I'm always tired though. Getting old sucks. You know that? This really stinks. I want to go back in time again. I want to be younger. Why can't we have you? Why could not we have drama YouTube when I was like half this age that I am now? Because we did have YouTube when I was in my late 20s. We got my mid 20s. We got YouTube. But it was nothing like this. Nothing at all like this. You couldn't do panels unless you had hypercams connected. Shit like that. It was way more complicated. Way more complicated. There was no software either. Yes, the Beatles. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, it was the Beatles. Many good things came out of the 60s. Like Zatoichi's 444s. Zatachi. His shades he wears. Those are out of the 60s. Out of this world, man. Out of this world. Totally gnarly, right? Bill and Ted's bogus drama, or Bill and Ted's drama adventure. There you go. That'd be a great sequel to that series back in the 90s. I guess going to a phone booth and pushing what was the star pound button at the same time to make that thing time warp, the time machine. A little bit outdated now, today's standards, but back at the time they made the movie, it wasn't. So there you go. So anyways, what was I gonna say? My bragging rights. So first Corrosive. Let's finish that one up. So Corrosive's doing his little commentary. He's up there talking about whatever, and you can't be like that. I'm just saying. So he's up there talking. He's doing his commentary, right? Nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there is, was, or shall be, or whatever. What I'm saying is I think his chat got kind of bored with him up there. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. And they all of a sudden it was all flies. All eyes on me. I get up in that chat and everybody starts going at me. All of them in the chat, literally everybody in this chat start trying to pounce on me. It's hilarious. Absolutely freaking hilarious. And it completely derailed the entire thing. All I wanted to do was get in there and see if I was basically blocked and say hi. That's all I was doing. And then everybody wanted a piece of good old honest Abe, right? Yup, you guys did. And so he didn't realize this, and I pointed. He says, Corrosive, you're so lame-o right now. Or I made some kind of comment like that. I said, you're so dull that your audience is paying absolutely zero attention to you right now. It's everybody's giving me all of this new profound attention. Oh, not really new profound, but you know what I mean. All this attention I'm getting, and this is pretty crazy. This is cool, man. He goes, well, let me see if I can fix that. And he goes and times me out for 24 hours, you bitch. See, I just called another guy a bitch. I did. So anyways, you know what I mean? That was funny. That was hilarious. Oh, did you really? You like that impression? That was good. So Yeah, good old crosswords corrosive. He actually called, he had the gall. He had the gall. Are you listening out there, buddy? Are you listening? He had the gall to call me. He called, what he did is he called me a, what did he say? He said that another Abe's sock. That's what he said. That's what he said. Well, I mean, do I look like a sock account? I got a lot of videos on my channel. I got a lot of subs on my channel. I mean, fair enough, right? Fair enough. But nope. He had to do his little, he had to chime his little comment in there. Of course, I've got the clip of him saying, well, now there's a real autistic, as in meaning person, referencing Prime, of course, on Lisa B's. I got that in a video on my channel. Gotcha, buddy. Gotcha. Checkmate. Connect 4. You remember that one? King May. So, anyways, I'm going to get out of here. I think I'm just going to go for a walk, actually. Enjoy the peace and quiet before the sun comes up. And, but, you know, this has been a fun. I've kind of enjoyed this one. Some of you showed up that I didn't think would. Some of you showed up that I wasn't expecting to show up. And I have welcomed all on my channel. Oh, isn't that something? Now, people are going to say, wow, you had Proby and you had the narrative in your chat tonight. How dare you? Well, you know, that's funny because I've seen them in the shit shows chat. I've actually, that narrative got up on the shit show at least one time. Got up on Brett the Settlement's panel. I think at least twice I know of, I think. And in the chat. So don't give me no shit about who's in my chat. I don't care. If Black Rose, and I know for a fact that you're watching right now. I know. Don't you love it when I see I'm using reverse psychology? You know that? Whenever I say, well, whenever somebody says I know for a fact, it means you don't know for a fact. And that's very true. That's why I said that, because I don't know if she's watching or not. That's why I said I know for a fact you're watching right now. Because I don't know if you may be watching, you might not be watching. I don't know. If you're not watching, shout out to the replay crew. So, okay, so let's see what TOS has got going on here. Says, to be fair, Abe, channels can time out who they want. They can, and they do. Just because you don't doesn't mean everyone else can't do it. If a channel doesn't want someone in their chat, they can have one blocked. That's true. But that also gives me the right to call them a fucking hypocrite. That's right, TOS. And the bitches that they are when they go and do that. When a lot of these channel owners don't even notice them doing it. When their chat's going crazy and you got people popping people, this happens in my channel. I'll admit it. I will own that one. There are moderators in my chat that will sit there and smack other people. And I don't always notice it all. I don't catch it all. Why? Because I'm busy talking and the chat's moving. Even though it's real slow tonight. Doesn't mean it's always been slow. Right? Right. So, hey, not all channels know what's going on. And even if they do and they approve of it, guess what? I'm going to call them out for it every single time. Every time. It's the comparison I made earlier to like the old shootout in the OK Corral, high noon. Next to the horse trough, of course. That's because the guy who gets shot and gunned down falls backwards and lands in the water. It makes a big splash, makes a good Western film, with the Duke in there, John Wayne or Clint Eastwood, or another episode of Gunsmoke or Bonanza or what's some of the other ones, that go back then. But see, I don't remember watching any of these Westerns, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, Hang 'em High, any of those old great classics, right? Do you guys remember any time that the Duke or John Wayne himself said, "All right, people, listen up. There's going to be a hell of a shootout here, or there's going to be a hell of a shootout and a bar fight here in the old saloon, old Sal's saloon, right? And just making you aware of it. If you're man enough, you'll stick around, stay behind. If you're a chicken coward, if you're yellow, you'll leave. Take your pick. And choose wisely." So, what I'm getting at here is, I know that was kind of a cheesy impression I did. Oh, yeah, that was a great show. It was cool. That was a great show. Anyways, the one guy who played the younger, he always wore the green jacket, the younger guy. What's his name? Pernell Roberts or something. Pernell Roberts, whatever the hell it is, that guy. I remember him when I was a kid on a very little known show now that he hosted in his later life, of course. Not being his younger years in the 60s, we're zipping along to the 90s, known as FBI, The Untold Stories. There was the FBI Files on Discovery Channel, and there was another show that was way before that was called FBI, The Untold Stories. And that's what he hosted. He said, "I'm Pernell Roberts. Join us." He'd say, "Join us next time for another episode of FBI, The Untold Stories." And I'm sorry, that was almost like I'm Ed McMahon. Or Ed McMuffin, right? Speaking of, Ed McMuffins. I don't even want to go there right now. I don't even want to talk about that. That could go either way. It could go either way. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean. Fine, just fine. So, what's I saying? Oh, yeah. Whenever you're watching these old Westerns, you ever go, "All right, I got my finger on the trigger here, and on my single action Colt 45 revolver wheel gun here, that I got here on my side. I got a new feature on that thing. It's called timeout for 86,000 seconds. Make your move. I got the big cannon. You got the little gun. You can only time me out for a half an hour. Taps." And then, of course, here comes the town marshal. "All right. My name's Dylan. Abe Dylan. And I want you men to sell this thing up fist only. But now, I want you guys to start the bar fight over there in the Sal's Saloon over there, and you can take your fight and finish it up over here at the Long Branch. Miss Kitty's over here waiting for you." Do you guys remember any of those shows? Did they ever start, whenever there was a bar brawl in a saloon, did they start that? Did they start the brawl in one bar and then stop, pause it, and then finish it up in the other saloon across the street or across town? I don't think that's what they did. And I make that same comparison out here. When there's a brawl, or when someone's talking shit about somebody on YouTube here, and they say, "Well, take it to your own channel," that's like saying take the bar fight to your own, to some other tavern. Why would you start a bar fight in one bar and then finish it in another? That makes no sense. They wouldn't do that, They wouldn't do that. It wouldn't happen that way. So I'm the town sheriff, or I'm the town marshal here, Abe Dylan, and I want to let you boys know, if you use those guns of yours that go up to a 24-hour timeout, I got the big gun that can block you. So take your pick, gentlemen. I'll block you right off of this town, and the next town over, too. Hell, I got here's another word slang I put out there. I got cross-channel mods over there off of ambient alcohol that are also mods in the shit show too, and mods over on tonics, and also brats, and where else? These are cross-channel mods. If you piss them off on one channel, you're going to piss them off on all the channels, buddy. So, which is actually true. That I'm basically trying to use humor and ad libs. Say, hey, look, cross-channel modding is a real thing. You'll see the same mods and all the same channels. Yes, they gatekeep. They do. Absolutely. Channel owners gatekeep. They do. Over there in COVID's, Binks was knocking me out over there too. And he had he blew a lung at first. You know what's funny about that? TOS ought to remember this. And she knows why. But he was like, yeah, it's okay. Nobody time anybody out except for Egg. One person said, wait a minute. That's not fair. He didn't do anything to deserve to get timed out. What the hell? You know, what's going on here? What's up? So then what he did the next day is he took all the wrenches away. They slowly gave the wrenches back, but of course, not for people like me. I was one of his earliest subscribers. I was subbed to his channel for years before he even went live. But it is what it is, you know. I'm not harping on it. I'm just making the case in point that if anyone out there wants to argue with me that there's no such thing as gatekeeping wrenches, bullshit. Bull fucking shit. I'm going to call you out on that one right now. Right here, right now. I am too. I'm watching the clock here, guys. I'm going to go 9 more minutes. 9 more minutes. So if you got any questions out there, you better throw them in the chat, man. Put them in the chat. Remember, you can ask if, but I don't have to answer it. So you're questioning. Fair enough if. There's no 11th commandment that says Honest Abe has to answer every question that's asked of him, particularly loaded questions that are like basically they're statements that are worded in the form of a question. This is similar, not even similar to Jeopardy, where you have to answer. You have to come up with the question, or you have to produce the answer in the form of a question. Not even remotely close to that, right? That's right. So anyways, that's what I'm trying to say. Did I entertain you guys tonight? Do you guys love me? You guys want more of me? Can you guys stand me? Well, I am here to stay. I am not going no. Hey, the good Lord willing, we are not guaranteed rest of today. We're not guaranteed tomorrow either. I'll tell you what, forever is a very long time. Very long time. But one thing that's not forever is us. That's for damn sure. And neither is this planet Earth of ours, according to science. I mean, you know, if you compare us to other planets, yeah, it's fair to say the sun's eventually going to run out. It's going to blow up into smithereens. It's going to spray the Earth. The moon, which keeps us into orbit, is going to, spin out of control. As we speak, it's getting more distant, further and further away from planet Earth anyway. I mean, we already know that time is definitely slowing down because there's like less like 1.25 less milliseconds the other day. And it wasn't quite 24 hours. Did you guys notice that? That 1.25 milliseconds? Boy, I sure did. That felt like an eternity. No, I swear to God. Anyways, swearing at God's not very nice, is it? No, not really. So, anyways. God. But many of truth is definitely spoken in jest. That is, many true words are. Yes, they are. And even though I do like to, I like to dick around. I like to have fun with you guys. A lot of the stuff I say is true. It's absolutely the truth. And a lot of it is also just me interjecting my opinions in the mix. Okay. I am big enough to tell you that a lot of what I say is just spinning for entertainment. I'm just having fun. That's all it is. Is it that, are people jealous of me? Is that what's going on? Am I really that, like big out here? The answer is no and no. I am no one special. I am no one big. I'm just some guy on YouTube. That's all I am. That's it. I'm just I'm just your average, mediocre, run-of-the-mill YouTube channel. You know, I'm no superstar. I'm not trying to portray that I am a YouTube superstar. I'm just me, and I hope you are you. All right. The one thing I don't like is plastic people. People that are fake. I don't like fake people. I don't hate them. I wish they would be themselves. If we're all ourselves, all around everybody, all the time, then I think this world would be a better place. I really do. Now I don't necessarily know if I can speak to world peace. More like world peace is, hey, how's it going, Sam? Sam, I am green eggs and ham. Oh, TOS is, yes, the moon is moving away, but it comes back, not permanently moving away. Did you know Australia from west to east is wider than the moon? Yeah, that's true. And they have the ozone hole, which is like filling itself in. Or we don't hear about the ozone layer hole over Australia anymore. We don't, and that's because of Crazy Dingo, who won't get on my channel anymore. I don't know what that guy's beat. What is that guy's riff? What have I done to that guy? I haven't done shit to that guy. I've known him and Tay's auditors and who's the other one? Pants. I remember, if anyone remembers him. I remember a lot of these people that were in Masshole server. Evil. My pleasure. That was Rada. Yeah, he was. He's a real asshat. He just repeats the same stupid shit over and over. Actually, when you ended your live stream, I talked about this earlier. I tried my damnedest to have a regular conversation with that guy, and he was more than not willing. That's all he was doing. He's trying to run roughshod over, me and the panel. It's just so obnoxious. Oh, Tonic? I mean, I don't think he was really saying a whole lot. I don't recollect. I remember after those guys all left, it was Bedtime Clown in the chat that started the whole, it was a fake cop. He said, talk about your cop days or something. That's something to that effect. And that got the ball rolling with them on that, obviously. And then Exile got up on the panel. I've known him for a long time. And then he has to start going, starting to throw all that shit out. It's like tossing in the towel, you know what I mean? I appreciate that. Hey, you don't need to apologize to me, Sam. I will be back for more. And I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes I get a kick out of this. I mean, I was the last man standing on that panel. Rada was there, Rada Waddle. Everybody had left. Everybody else had left. And I was sort of there with Rada, stuck with Rada. And I don't necessarily know if they all left because they got fed up when they were going to win one up on me. Not that I was trying to win one up on anyone, for that matter. But or they just didn't. That guy's just obnoxious, absolutely obnoxious. That yes. That was I didn't take that. I did not take that personal at all. That's been a rolling troll they've been using. There's a bunch of them they use, with me for the longest time, and it's all in part of the dark humor that I guess makes them makes them tick. Okay. Well, I would say I wouldn't. I mean, it's your channel, man. You do it how you there's no wrong way to Reese's. You do how you see fit. But I wouldn't block him off your channel because he did that. I would what you do is you just put up a wall. If you bring him on again, but I'm not here to tell you how to run your channel, sir. Or not. You do it your own way. That's perfectly fine. The guy that was annoying to me was that Rada guy. No, he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything like that. Didn't show any off-color memes or any of that shit. But he's just so obnoxious. Yes, it is against TOS. I know. But I bring a lot. I'll bring anyone literally on my panel, and I do it in maybe my own bad judgment sometimes. But I'll throw up a wall. I was going to do a panel tonight, but I don't have the paid StreamYards. And I tried to buy StreamYards last night for the whole year, the whole flipping year. But my bank blocked the transaction because it sees it as a suspicious activity thing, right? So I'm going to have to deal with that in the morning and then get my paid StreamYards back. So anyways, it's all good, man. No problems. I'll be back again. I'll be back. It's excuse me. It's just it's the weird. I mean, I don't know if you call it kind of dark statistic type way. A lot of these people interact with me, and it's a whole bunch of them do it like that. And you're right. I agree with you, Sam. There's a lot, trust me, that go beyond some stupid meme that that has been done to me or of me that is not right per se. It goes way back to people from my old side of YouTube that were all ganging up on me. They were talking shit about me. They would go on live their panels for hours on end, talk mad shit about me, spread all kinds of lies. And then, like I was talking about earlier here, if you go back in the stream, you can catch it. And then they would block me off their channels. And then some of those people were already integrated, like I say, and on these other areas of YouTube. Some of them were not. They got introduced to it later. Shout out to Ghost Eagle Guardian out there, who I just checked his channel, and I say he has an ant audience. Okay, he's got videos on his channel that have literally sometimes as many people have watched his content, his videos, as I would have in a live stream at any given moment. Again, I'm not about numbers, but I mean, I don't hate this. He's just the stuff he says it's just so gay. It's like it's so I don't know. It's just cheesy. It's dumb, boring. It's the same stuff. It's not even like remotely funny. So there is that. Oh yeah, so I gotta get out of here, guys. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here in just a minute here. I was gonna get off a while ago. I do go live on my channel. No, unfortunately tonight I was not able to show like my what do you call it, because they took that away from the free version. You can't play video clips anymore on the free version to push us on, of course, in the paid version. So I almost had the paid version, like I say, and then it's just I got blocked from buying it. So I have to try to figure that out like today. I'm like, I want to get that now. Like, I'll fine. I'll pay the $25 or whatever the hell it is a month for the year so I can grab it. And if they're going to charge me like 40 something dollars this time next year, then I am not going to renew that. That's not happening. I'll wait to see if they have another deal. Thanks for stopping by, Sam, Axel. I see you once in a while. Yeah, man. Oh shit, I'm tired. TOS, all the rest of you guys that came in, wherever you are, have a fun. What is this? What is today? What day is it today? It's Tuesday. Tuesday. Holy cat! So I almost said hump day, but it's not. I'm not quite there yet. Have a great day. It's Taco Tuesday. Shout out Taco Tuesday. I will be actively engaged in Taco Tuesday tonight. That I guarantee. I will absolutely be doing Taco Tuesday. Anyone knows me that I love Mexican food. I do. Italian foods. Yum yum. Good stuff. Good stuff. So anyways, yeah. And I do, hey, I do carry my own. I do not want, I don't want anyone to go to bat for me. I appreciate when people set the record straight if it needs to be set straight. And if I'm in the wrong, if you think I'm in the wrong, by all means, put me in check. I won't block you. I won't curse you. I might come back and rebuttal you, but I won't block you. That's not how I roll here. Thanks for coming by. All of you guys. And all you lurkers out there too. Yeah, I hate bullies. I call them out too. Usually it just makes them do it even harder, even more. This is what they do. It's literally like the grade school playground, like when we were growing up and stuff, and you got this. It's like, this is my ball, not your ball, that kind of thing. You get these little social. Oh no! Wait a minute. Let me correct that. They're not social. They're antisocial. These antisocial cliques, and it's. I mean, have I ever came out here and told any of y'all that I'm better than any of you? I hope not. And if I ever left that impression, then I should be the one eating crow right about now. I don't do that. I just like to get out here and have fun. That's all I do. I'm not out here to run background checks on everyone. Like Rose. I'm not out here to, psycho obsess over anyone or anything like that. Yeah, there's certain people I talk about more than others, of course. Why would I not? I mean, if they're the ones that target or talk trash on me, I'm going to talk about them. That's how I do it. They talk about me, I talk about them. It's called tit for tat. That's what it is. Hey, have a good night. Thanks for coming in. And we'll do it again. Anyway, that's all. I'm out. There won't be any outro because I can't play no video. That sucks. So this is a plain Jane, stream. That's what this is. It's no panel because I can't put up a wall. So I promised I was going to go live. Hey, promises are made to be broken. They are. And, and that. But I did go live. I did. It was kind of late in the game, but I still went live. Some of you still showed up. We still had a pretty good time. I think we did. Right? Anyways. So, hey, thanks for coming in. Yeah. Happy Taco Tuesday. Nerd. Axel. Sam. Hill American. Thanks for coming in. We'll do it again. Some other time. Next time I do this, I hope to have a panel. I would like to do a panel again. It's hard for me to do panels because I always end up attracting the same people that they talk really viciously towards, usually each other rather than me. And I just kind of wind up hosting a daytime kind of what you would call a watered down shit show. And that's not what I really wanted my channel to be about. Be well, Sam, Nerd, Axel, everybody else that showed up tonight. Thank you. TOS, you still there? Are you following TOS? TOS? It's funny whenever someone says your name, you're out here, your handle, they think that you're talking about violating the rules. It's really talking about a person on here. So yeah, try to keep a positive outlook on life, and remember, people remember. All things being equal, all good things must come to an end. The small YouTuber always hedges their bets. Always. Well, I guess like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our drama lives. Remember that one? I thought you were still there. Still here. Mueller. Got sick off all 31 flavors of Baskin Robbins last night. Shout out. Oh, shit. Well, I'm going to get out of here. I'm sure there's some people still streaming, but I'm going to kill this thing, shut it down now. And I'm going to go for a walk. Get away from this thing. You guys should get out there. I'm going to go touch some grass. That's what I'm going to do. And the people that block people off their channels, and shadow boxing and all that timing out over it, that those are people that have. Those are the ones that remember you're growing up and you see the get off my lawn, get off the grass. Those are those people. the annoying safety patrol people with the orange belts on. No running, all that kind of stuff. Where's your hall pants? But yeah, these are the people that had the signs up that said, keep off the grass. That's what they had going on, right? Yes, it is. It is. Okay, well, thank you for tuning in, and I need to go now, so I will talk to you later, and have a good night, and all that other fun, good stuff. Bye!